Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back for another Q&A session. I know this is gonna be like the 1st of February if by the time you're watching this, but yeah, anyway, welcome back. We have gathered a bunch of questions this time and I'm gonna answer them in this video. Right, I'm gonna go straight into the question because I have a small announcement to make at the end of the video. So let's start off the Q&A session with a bit of a more TOS related question, right? So Hantoro here asks, using witches for leveling up card, is it still effective now? Right, so of course the answer will be yes, but not as effective as your Prime Soul Stones or whatever EXP feeder cards you have out there. But nonetheless, they can still be used to feed your cards to a certain level, right? What I mean is, for difficult new stages, bi-weekly stages, like for the extra difficulty, they do drop mobs like gnomes, witches at level 15. They will be at level 15, and level 15 is one of the optimum level for witches, whereby when you feed it, you get the highest EXP, right, in terms of the witch feeder. So those can be used to, so-called level up your cards. And for the gnomes and the elves that are at level 15, you can pretty much use them to, to sacrifice them for guild missions and stuff like that, right? I do use my level 15 witches to level up cards occasionally, right? But so it is still a useful method to level up your cards if you have extra witches lying around. Alright, so next question we have, instead of playing TOS, Chronos Gate and Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, is there any added games you can play through and introduce? Right, so at the time when I get this question, I do not have any. Right, but recently, if you guys check the App Store, I'm not sure whether it's out for Android. It should be out for Android as well. Pokemon Duel, right, is a new game that is out in the Play Store or App Store. Right, I've been playing it recently and I find it is pretty interesting game. Right, a bit of tactics, strategy, but I'll put it 50-50. Right, 50% luck and 50% of skills. Right, because once you play the game, you understand it. Right, so those of you who want me to play a bit of a playthrough for this game, do let me know in the comments below. I don't think there is much to be talked about for this Pokemon Duel, but if you want to see a bit of gameplay, right, let me know. Alright, so next question comes from Shem. So he asks, do you still play Overwatch, and if so, who is your favorite character to play? Right, of course, Overwatch is a PC game, right, in which I can only play it when I'm at home. So usually I do a bit of live stream on my Facebook page, right, since Blizzard have this kind of function whereby you can do a live stream and post it on Facebook, so it'll be on my Facebook live instead of my channel. Right, so the reason why there is no Overwatch videos on my channel is because it's taking a toll on my graphic card and it's lagging, right? So I have to change some sort of specs on my computer before there is any official Overwatch videos on my channel, right? So as of my favorite character to play, guess I'm a bit too late to answer this question, but yes, Odin got his virtual rebirth and I hope you guys are enjoying his 4.5 times multiplier with Norse team now. Right, so I did post a bit of gameplay for Water, Fire, Earth, Norse, so I've left Thor as well as Loki to feature, so that's gonna come another time. Right, so hopefully you guys enjoy what you have so far, right, and I'm gonna do more gameplay, Norse gameplay in the future. Okay, so next question is by Irvin J. James, asking what are some of your advice on relationships. Alright, so me myself, I wouldn't consider myself as some sort of expert, right? So, but to be honest, there is a lot of advice that can be given, right? But I'm just gonna talk about two, alright? Let's say. So first, I would say most importantly is just to be yourself, right? Like really, you don't have to act like someone, or yeah, just pretend to be someone that you are actually not, right? Just to realize later in the relationship, like, oh, this person is not really who he was or who she was and stuff like that, and things are not gonna work out, right? So example would be like myself, right? My girlfriend knows that I play games, and I play games to a level that I can go overseas and stuff like that, alright? So she finds it cool, right? Instead of geeky and nerdy and stuff like that, right? So you just have to just be yourself, you know, like let them know what you're doing, how you're like and stuff like that, and not trying to act someone that you're not, right? So point number two will be really to talk things out when there is actually any issue that arises, right? So this is, I would say, I'll just rank them as equally important, right? So most importantly is just to talk things out once there is actually something, any problem that arises, right? Do it immediately, right? Don't wait till there is like some sort of stuff that happened in the future and then you bring up the old stuff and then boom, there's gonna be a huge explosion, right? So what I mean is, whenever there's a problem, just try to talk it out as soon as possible and then just work things out on the spot, alright? So stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep this question to just 2 advice, alright? So moving on. Right, so next question comes from Sean, alright? Asking, do you think there will be another form of evolution higher than VR, virtual rebirth? Right, so he put a nice emoji there as well. So this is the question that I asked myself when virtual rebirth first came out. Alright, so first there was power release, everybody was like, whoa, a new form of evolution, nice. Okay, so they introduced a new power release material for each race, and then we were like, okay, great, we have a potential power release for every single series, right? Then suddenly Norse came in with virtual rebirth, right? That pretty much broke the game for a bit. Alright, after that we'll think, oh, they only introduced virtual rebirth because Norse at that point of time was totally unusable, right? Totally outclassed by other cards, right? And then Journey to the West card got virtual rebirth, right? And then so this becomes like a trend whereby cards that have been fallen out of the meta, I would say, gets virtual rebirth, right? So very soon you'll see more cards getting virtual rebirth, and my guess, right, I'm putting my opinion now, not very sure, but my guess, next virtual rebirth will be the Blood Fiends, like Elizabeth, Jackie, Todd, Belle, those cards, alright? I got a feeling they're gonna get virtual rebirth because they are at the point of breaking. They're at their breaking point, alright? So yeah, we'll just hope that's gonna come true. And another form of evolution, maybe, right? Because this kind of thing is really unpredictable. Maybe some sort of full awakening and stuff like that, alright? That's gonna come like maybe next year and stuff like that. Maybe, right? And I'm not sure how many, well, what's the material for that, or how many power release material that's gonna cost us, right? But at this point of time, I will still say it is very possible, but it's unlikely to come anytime soon. Yeah. So moving on to the next question. So next question comes from Jing Wei, sorry. Asking, what are your thoughts on Matt Hate's third game? Right? What's the name again? Oneric Tales? Oneric Tales? Something like that. Alright, so if you guys have not seen the trailer, the game trailer for the for Matt Hate's third game, I'll leave it down in the description below. Basically, it is a bit of a puzzle bobber playstyle together with Monster Strike. Right, you guys still remember Monster Strike? The Jasper Craft, that's how you play Monster Strike and stuff like that. So I would say that it is okay, but I'm not sure about the versatility of the game. Right, they have to introduce more snapshots or gameplay of the game before I can, weigh in my opinion. So don't worry, I'll definitely be playing that game on my channel, right, together with Chronos Gate and of course the main the main game, Tower of Saviors. Right, so as of now, we just have to wait for maybe just 1 or 2 more game trailers before I can actually weigh in my opinion. So last but not least, we have the final question of this video, which is from Darren, asking if Mad Hate gives you an opportunity to create a new series of cards, what would that series be? Right, so at this point of time, I'm thinking maybe I should make a new series of Egyptian cards, Egyptian mythology kind of cards. Right, so I would say this is really possible because of how they introduced Greek gods, and then they had primal Greek gods. Right, so they are pretty much under the same mythology, I would say, and I would say Egyptian needs a bit of a reintroduction, I would say. Yeah, so Egyptian is pretty much a situational based kind of playstyle, right, in which stages whereby it's just purely light mobs, you bring in duo or series works, right? And I would say based on the 5 Egyptian gods, they are not exactly all god race, but Egyptian gods, there could have been more, right? And then I'm not very well, I don't really know a lot of Egyptian mythology stuff, but cards like Anubis and stuff like that is not in the game as of now, right? And if you guys have not noticed, every major series, major leader of the game, like Norse, Greek, Babylonians, Origin of Demons, right? We are going into the very recently new cards, right? They all have a leader card, or yeah, just put it in leader card, right? Meaning like Odin, Zeus, Babylonian have Anu, and Origin of Demon has Belial, right? So they all fit in, and then they change attribute based on the leader ally and stuff like that, right? So the only series as of now that does not have this leader card is Egyptian gods, right? So that should come soon, hopefully. They are really leaving Egyptian gods at the corner as of now, alright? So I really hope that Mad Hate do something about Egyptian gods and maybe introducing their leader card soon and having a link active skill. And then there we have it, Q&A session for January, right? I know it's February by the time you watch this, but yeah, opening February Q&A soon, and then hopefully to get more of your question once again, right? I know every single month there will be question that has been left out, right? I can't possibly answer everybody's question because I want to keep this video as short as possible, right? At the same time, trying to answer as many questions as I can, right? So that's pretty much contradicting myself, but yeah. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this session of Q&A. So as I mentioned, there's a bit of announcement that I want to make at the end of this video. I will be off overseas at Bangkok, right, from tomorrow, tomorrow until the 5th of February, right, which means I'll be coming back on Sunday, which I know that I'll be missing this week's ultimate stage, right? So I'll try to rush back. I'll be back on Sunday morning, afternoon, right, in which I still have time to make content out for this ultimate stage, right? But it's just gonna be out at a later date, right? So just to make this clear, so you know, don't want to get comments asking where is the ultimate stage on Friday, right? So anyway, gonna end this video right here. So hopefully you guys enjoy this Q&A session once again. Leave a like if you did, and then I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.